Hello, I'm Daniel. You know, I used to think respect was something you had to wait for, like a birthday present. You wait all year, and maybe you get it, and maybe you don't. And if you don't, you just have to wait another year. I was wrong. Respect isn't a present someone gives you, it's a door, and you hold the key. The problem is, most of us are trying to open it with the wrong key. We try the key of being loud, the key of having a fancy title, the key of knowing more than everyone else, and the door just stays locked. I learned this the hard way. In a place where everyone around me seemed to have the master key, Harvard, it was overwhelming. At first, I thought the secret was in the fancy words, the complicated theories. I thought I had to sound smart to be respected. I was wrong about that too. The real lessons weren't in the thick textbooks. They were in the dining halls, in the quiet libraries at 2 a.m., in the way the most admired people in the room, not the loudest but the most respected, actually behaved. I watched them, I stumbled, I learned, and I started to see a pattern. 9 simple patterns. And these patterns, they don't require a degree from anywhere. They're just choices. Simple, amazing choices that change how people see you, instantly. Let's start with the first one, and it's probably the one you're getting backwards right now. Lesson 1, the power of the pause. When I got to Harvard, I was nervous, so my words came out fast. If there was a silence in a conversation, I felt this terror, this need to fill it, with anything, a fact, a joke, a half-formed idea. I thought speaking more showed I was engaged, that I was smart. But then I noticed the people who commanded respect, the professors, the true leaders in my study groups, they did the opposite. They embraced the silence. They would hear a question and they would pause just for 2-3 seconds. And in that pause, something magical happened. First, it showed they weren't just reacting. They were thinking. It gave weight to their words before they even said them. Second, it made everyone else lean in. The silence became a magnet. And third, and this is the big one, it gave them control. Not control over others, but control over the moment. Think about it. When you get a tough email, what's the instinct? To fire back a reply. Now, fast. But the respectful thing, the powerful thing, is to pause. To let the initial feeling pass, then respond. The pause allowed me to move from defending my territory to improving the project. It turned a critic into a collaborator. Respect isn't about being a fortress. It's about being a bridge. And you can't build a bridge in a rush. The pause is your foundation. Lesson 2, the art of the precise question. We're taught to have answers, to be the person who knows. But at Harvard, the smartest people in the room were often the ones who asked the best questions. Not the most questions, the best ones. A vague question gets a vague answer, and a vague person gets vague respect. If you ask, "So what's your business about?" you'll get a rehearsed, boring elevator pitch. No connection, but a precise question. That's a key that unlocks a person's mind. It shows you're truly listening, that you care about the specifics. Instead of, "How was your day?" try, "What was the one moment today that surprised you?" Instead of, "Tell me about your work," try, "What's a problem in your work that you find strangely satisfying to solve?" The precision shows depth. It shows you're not just making conversation, you're seeking understanding. That question is unexpected. It makes the other person stop and think. It goes to the philosophy of their work, not just the title. When you ask a question like that, you are silently saying, "I see you as a thinker, not just a job title." And people respect you for giving them that gift. Lesson 3, the grace of the specific compliment. "Good job." "Nice presentation." This is social noise. It means almost nothing. It's like watering a plant with a single drop. It doesn't help. Respect is built on the specific, because specifics prove you were paying real attention. Not just blanket attention. Specific attention. At Harvard, after a massive, brilliant lecture, I'd hear people say, "Great lecture, professor." The professor would smile politely, but I saw one student wait, go up and say, "Professor, the point you made about how X paradox connects to modern policy at the 35-minute mark, that changed how I see the entire issue. I'll be thinking about that all week." The professor's eyes lit up. A 20-minute conversation followed. That student earned instant respect. Why? Because he gave the professor a mirror. He showed the professor the exact impact of his work. You can do this anywhere. To your barista. That latte art today was particularly sharp. The leaf looks perfect. To your colleague. The way you summarize that complex client email into 3 bullet points saved the team so much time. That's a real skill. You're not just complimenting, you're witnessing. And to be witnessed in our specific efforts is one of the most powerful human needs. Fulfill that need, and respect follows you naturally. Lesson 4. The unshakable because. This is about authority, not the authority of a boss. The inner authority of a person who knows their own mind. We are asked to do things all day, and we say yes or we say no. But often we don't say why. A simple no can seem stubborn or rude. A yes can seem like weakness. But a no or a yes followed by a clear, simple because, that has the weight of reason. In a seminar, someone might push an idea. The weak response is, I don't like that. The respectful, powerful response is, I'm hesitant to go that direction because it might overlap too much with our competitor's campaign and make us look like followers, not leaders. You're not just expressing a feeling. You're linking it to logic, to a shared goal. You're inviting people into your reasoning process. This makes you seem trustworthy, dependable. Your positions aren't random. They have a foundation, even for small things. Can you take on this extra task? I can't right now because I've committed to finishing the quarterly report by noon, and I want to give it my full focus. You're not just refusing, you're protecting your prior commitments. That's self-respect. And people sense that, and they respect it in return. Lesson 5. The vocabulary of yet. My mindset at Harvard was almost destroyed in the first month. The work was so hard I'd think, I don't understand this quantum physics concept, and I'd feel stupid. I'd shut down. Then I heard a professor, a world-renowned expert, say something incredible. He said, I don't fully grasp the implications of this new data yet. The word yet is a tiny word with superpowers. It turns a fixed sentence, a dead end, into a journey. I don't understand this is a final judgment on yourself. I don't understand this yet is a statement of fact about your current location on a path of learning. When you use this word aloud with others, you do 2 things. First, you show radical honesty. You're not pretending to know. That's weak. Second, you show unwavering confidence in your own ability to learn. That's incredibly strong. That's resilient. So you're in a meeting. A new software is presented. Instead of nervously staying quiet, you can say, I'm not familiar with that platform yet. Could you show me the one feature you find most useful? You've just turned ignorance into a learning moment. You've invited someone to teach you. That's confident. That's humble in the truest, most powerful sense. And humility mixed with confidence is a recipe for instant respect. We're halfway, and these first 5 lessons are about you, about how you manage your own presence, your words, your mind. They're the inner game. The next 4, these are about how you connect with the world outside, the bridge between your inner authority and the people around you. This is where it gets truly powerful. Lesson 6, the discipline of focused listening. Listening is not waiting for your turn to talk. We all know that, but we still do it. True listening, the kind that builds respect, is an act of giving you or giving someone your most precious resource, your attention. In a world of 1,000 distractions, that is a rare gift. At Harvard, I saw the most sought-after advisors were the ones who made you feel, in a 1-hour meeting, like you were the only person in the world. No phone glances, no interrupting to tell their own bigger story, just deep, focused absorption. How do you do this? It's simple, but not easy. Your eyes stay on theirs. You nod to show you're tracking, and you use what I call the echo and the probe. You echo a key word they used, then probe gently. You are not offering a solution. You are not comparing. You are exploring their reality with them. When people feel explored, not fixed, they feel respected, and they will remember you as the person who truly hears them. That memory builds a foundation of deep respect. Lesson 7, the strength of the soft no. We think being respected means being liked, and being liked means saying yes. So we become yes people. We overpromise. We spread ourselves thin. We become unreliable, resentful, and, ironically, less respected. The top 1% understand that a clear, kind no protects your yes. It makes your yes have immense value. The key is in the delivery. It's not a hard, aggressive no. It's a soft, firm no. It has three parts: the acknowledge, the decline, the alternative, if possible. I appreciate you thinking of me for leading that new committee. I won't be able to take that on right now, but I'd be happy to review the first proposal draft and give my thoughts next month. You've shown appreciation. You've been clear. You've still offered a form of help. You've maintained your boundaries. This doesn't make people dislike you. It makes them understand your boundaries. And people subconsciously trust and respect those who have clear boundaries. It tells them you have a mind of your own, a map you are following. They might be disappointed, but they will respect you. Lesson 8, the confidence to say, I don't know. This was the most freeing lesson of all. In a place filled with geniuses, the most confident phrase I heard was, I don't know, said easily, without shame. We try to bluff. We try to waffle. We think I don't know makes us look weak. The opposite is true. Bluffing makes you look insecure. I don't know shows security. It shows you are more committed to truth than to appearance. But the masters add one more thing. They say, I don't know, but I'll find out. Or, I don't know. What's your take on it? You are trading the mask of knowing for the engine of curiosity. You are inviting collaboration. You are being real. In a world full of people pretending, being real is a superpower. It cuts through the noise. People relax around you. They trust you because they know you won't pretend to have a map when you're lost. You'll just admit you're lost and then start looking for the stars to navigate. That's a person you want on your team. That's a leader. Lesson 9, the ritual of the small promise kept. This is the final lesson, and it's the glue that holds all the others together. Respect is not built in grand, one-time gestures. It's built in the tiny, invisible bricks of reliability. The top 1% understand this at a bone-deep level. They are obsessive about the small promises. I'll send you that article by 5 p.m., and they do at 4:58 p.m. I'll call you tomorrow, and they do right on time. I'll handle the coffee for the meeting, and the coffee is there, hot and ready. Why does this matter so much? Because every tiny promise kept is a message to the world's subconscious. The message is, my word is my bond. I can be trusted with small things. And if people can trust you with small things, their minds effortlessly believe they can trust you with big things. With truth, with responsibility, with respect. If you say you'll meet at 9 o'clock, be there at 8:55. If you say you'll check a fact, check it. This isn't about being perfect. It's about having a high respect ratio, a high percentage of words that become actions. When your ratio is high, people feel safe around you. They know what to expect. And in a chaotic world, that safety is the ultimate foundation for respect. So there they are. 9 keys, not complicated, not about being someone else. The pause, the precise question, the specific compliment, the unshakable because, the vocabulary of yet, the focused listening, the soft no, the I don't know, the small promise kept. You might have noticed something. This isn't a list of tricks to get respect from others. It's a blueprint for building a self that is worthy of respect, a self that is thoughtful, curious, clear, reliable, and honest. The door of respect opens from the inside. You build the person on your side of the door. You become someone who pauses and thinks, someone who asks beautiful questions, someone who sees specifics, someone who knows their own reasons, someone always learning, a deep listener, a person of clear boundaries, a truth teller, a promise keeper. And then one day you look up and you realize the door isn't just open. It's been open for a while. You weren't waiting for others to open it. You were just busy becoming the person who could walk through it. The world doesn't give you respect. You build it piece by piece, choice by choice, moment by moment, and you can start building it in your very next conversation. Okay, bye. See you next video.